Hi guys, it's Jen with creativelyhomemade.com. Thank you so much for watching today. Today I want to share with you a cute little graduation gift card holder. Graduation is going to be here before we know it, and I know a lot of people like to give gift cards so that the graduates can use them in the coming year in college. So I just wanted to show you a way to jazz up that gift a little bit. It's closed with Velcro, so it stays closed and you don't have to worry about it flopping open. And then it has a little pocket inside that's the right size for your gift card. So that's what we're going to be making today. And it's really quick and easy to make. You just need a paper trimmer, and then we're going to be using the Celebrate Today stamp sets and the coordinating framelit dies. So let's get started. Okay, so I like to start by cutting all my paper at once. I have already cut this today for us so that we don't have to take so much time you watching me cut paper strips. But I do want to tell you how big each piece is. This piece is 11 inches long and it's 3 inches wide, and this is Daffodil Delight cardstock. We also need a Daffodil Delight piece that is 4 1/4 inches long by 1 3/4 inches long, and that's going to be the little inside pocket here. And then you're going to need a scrap of Daffodil Delight cardstock to stamp the tassel and then die cut it. We're also going to need some crumb cake paper, that's big crumb cake cardstock that's big enough to make a 2 1/4 inch circle. That's going to be die cut. We need a 1 3/4 inch square of black cardstock that's going to be the mortar board. And then we need some pattern paper. Now you can use whatever color pattern paper you want to match maybe the graduate school colors. I used Cherry Cobbler Designer Series paper in the polka dot pattern. And these are going to form all the layer pieces to help give the gift card a finished look. So the biggest piece you need is 4 1/4 inches by 2 3/4 inches. And then you need 4 squares that are 3 inches by 2 3/4 inches. And we're going to leave 2 as is, and then we're going to be cutting 2 at an angle like that. We're going to be doing some scoring on this 3 inch by 11 inch piece of cardstock. You want to line up the long edge with the top of your scoreboard, and then you need to score at 3 1/4 inches and 7 3/4 inches. And you can put your scoreboard aside. And then I just like to go ahead and fold the edges and run a bone folder along them so that they're crisp. Make sure they line up, and just run it across. We have our folded piece that's going to form the base for our gift card holder, but this edge we want to cut off at an angle just to make it a little bit easier to open. So what you need to do is take a ruler, and you want to line up the 1 1/4 inch with this fold line, and then over here at the 1 1/4 inch away from that fold line, you want to just make a small dot. And then pull out your trimmer, and you want to line up that. You want to make a line between this little dot here and this corner so we can cut at a diagonal there. So just line up that dot and the corner. And close it to hold it in place, and then just slice. And that'll give you a nice little diagonal edge there. So you can set your paper trimmer aside. Now we need to cut these at an angle as well so that that fits on this opening piece and also on the inside. So you're going to follow a similar process, but instead of 1 1/4 inches, it's going to be 1 inch. So basically you want to go 1 inch and then cut to this diagonal. So just make a small dot at 1 inch. Oops. And then do the same thing to line it up. You want to line up from that dot to the corner. And the nice thing about this trimmer is it's got a nice indentation, so it makes it really easy to line it up when you're trying to do a diagonal. Okay, and then just slice that piece. And you can see that'll fit nicely right there with a little yellow border around it. Now you want to do the same thing with another piece just like that, but this time flip it over and use the back side because you need the opposite. You need the diagonal the opposite way this time. So just turn it over and mark off 1 inch and make the same process to go at the diagonal from that inch. This one's a little bit harder to see because of the pattern, but that's okay. Just might take a little bit longer to line it up. There we go. And make that cut. And then when you turn it back over, you have the perfect piece for this side. So you can get rid of those scraps. So we have all our layered pieces. One last piece of cutting before we can get to the stamping. You want to take the 4 1/4 inch piece by 1.75 inch piece. That's going to form the little pocket where you put your gift card. Well, I like to put a notch in it to make it easier to remove the gift card. So this piece is 4 1/4, so you want to measure the middle, so that would be 2 1/8. So just mark that with a small dot. Okay, and that's just to help you line it up. And then you can use any circle punch. This is a 1 1/4 inch circle punch. You can use a 1 inch circle punch or anything similar to cut out the little notch. So just put it into your punch and line it up so that that dot is about in the center, and punch, and there you have a notch. Okay, so now we're going to do the stamping, so you can set aside all those cut pieces for now. I'm going to pull out the stamps. I am using black ink and Daffodil Delight, and I am using the Celebrate Today stamp set with the tassel, and then I'm using the word happy and the word graduation. And I just mounted the happy graduation on one block so that I can stamp it together. So you want to pull out your scrap of Daffodil Delight cardstock. You just need a little piece. You can even use that little triangle we cut off from the gift card holder earlier if you want. It's just going to go in the trash anyway, right? So pull out your Daffodil Delight's ink and stamp the tassel onto Daffodil Delight cardstock. Okay, I just like the tone on tone. It gives kind of a sense of the strands of the tassel when you do it that way. So set that aside and then take your little pocket piece and we're going to stamp Happy Graduation on that in black. So ink up your Happy Graduation stamps. Okay, and then line it up in the center and stamp. Give it a minute or so so the ink absorbs into the paper and lift it away. Okay, so that's all the stamping we're going to do for this project. So now we need to do some die cutting. We need to cut out the circle for the background of the mortar board, and we need to cut out this tassel. So I'm just going to grab my die cut machine and I'll be back in a second. We're ready to do some die cutting. I'm going to try to cut this all at the same time. This is a 2 1/4 inch circle die from a Layering Circles die set. And then here's the little tassel die from the balloon framelits that coordinates with that Celebrate Today stamp set. So just try to get it lined up with a little bit of border around your stamped image on that tassel and place your plate across. Then just run it through the die cut machine. pop the pieces out. Oops. Okay. That's all you need to do with your die cut machine. We're all ready to assemble our gift card holder. So I've got all my pieces that we cut earlier, and I've got a variety of adhesives sitting out here. I've got Stampin' Dimensionals, I've got some tear strip, there's Fast Fusion Snail, and then some mini glue dots. I just wanted to set it all out so whatever I grabbed I would have close by. The only other thing you need are these little self-adhesive Velcro dots. I use that for the closure so that it can be opened and closed very easily. I initially, when I was playing around with this, I used magnets, and then I thought probably using a magnet with a gift card with a magnetic strip on it isn't the best idea. So I went with Velcro, and that works just as well. I got these at Joann Fabrics back in their Velcro section. They're just, I think they're half-inch self-adhesive Velcro dots. So you'll just need a set of those. I'm going to go ahead and cut that apart so I have that ready to go. Okay, so I like to start by decorating the inside of the gift card holder. This center panel here is going to be where we put the pocket that's stamped with Happy Graduation, and I like to stick that down with tear strip because it's a little bit stronger adhesive, and that'll stand up to people putting the gift card in and out of the pocket. So you want to flip it over and put tear strip along the sides and the bottom. And so you leave that pocket open so that there's no adhesive there. So I'm just going to put adhesive along the sides and bottom here real quick. Now you can tear off this adhesive, tear strip adhesive, but I like to cut it so it has a neater edge. Now to get the plastic backing off easily, just use your paper piercing tool. And that lets you take off that backing really easily. Okay, so now our pocket's all ready to go, and you just want to stick that in the middle of that panel there at the bottom and press it to secure. Now for the rest of the inside, we need one of the rectangle pieces for the right, and then we need a diagonal piece for the other side, and that's the wrong one. We need this one. And we're just going to adhere those down with snail adhesive. Oops. And these are cut just a little bit shorter, so you're going to get a little bit of the yellow border all around these pieces. Okay, there we have the inside of the gift card. So now we need to decorate the front or the other side. So just flip it over, and the big rectangle we cut is going in the center. So go ahead and stick that down. And then stick the smaller rectangle to the left side there. And then the other angled piece goes on the other side. Okay, there we go. So you have your inside is layered and your outside is layered. So now we need to add our little graduation mortarboard embellishment. So for this, you want this circle hanging half off. So just add fast fuse adhesive to the back of half of this circle. And I like to put this on from the back side so that I can make sure I don't have any adhesive hanging off. Make sure I get it lined up perfectly. Okay. So then we need to place the mortar board in the center here at an angle. And I use Stampin' Dimensionals to pop that up and give it a little bit of dimension. Just put one in each corner. And then just get the backing off of those. Okay. And place it just like so. And then you just need to stick the tassel down. And I find it easiest to use mini glue dots for that. You could also use Tombow if you want. You just need something that's not quite as wide of an adhesive. I'm going to put a little bit of snail on the other end because it's too... it's too wide. Okay. And there we go. There's your tassel on the graduation hat. So the last thing we need to do is add the Velcro. Now I've found this Velcro, it says it takes a while to set. I think on the package it says it takes 24 hours to set. So what I do is I go ahead and stick a glue dot on it. That way I don't have to wait for it to set. And I don't have to worry about it pulling away. So you want to keep both pieces together, and I go ahead and put it about in the center of this crumb cake circle, just like that. Now go ahead and remove the adhesive back from the other side of the Velcro. You may need to use your paper piercing tool to kind of pry it away a little bit because it really wants to stick to that plastic. Now after you've gotten the backing off of it, go ahead and put another glue dot on this side. And just press it right in there. There we go. Now when you close it, that other side of Velcro dot will be perfectly placed on this side. Then you pull it away and you have Velcro on both sides, perfectly placed. So that's all there is to it, really. A quick and easy graduation gift card holder that you can make for your family and friends. And it's the perfect size for a standard size gift card. There you go. Quick and easy. Thank you so much for watching. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave me a question in the comments below. And if you have any questions about the supplies I used to make this, or you want to purchase any of the supplies I used to make this, the links are all down in the video description. Thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day.